Imagine walking down the aisle of your favorite grocery store, only to find out it's about to vanish forever. The grocery sector has been through a storm in recent years, battling everything from supply chain nightmares and staff shortages to chaotic mergers and towering debts. While some retail giants rode the pandemic wave to sky-high sales, several specialty grocers weren't so lucky. Even those that were once staples in our daily lives are now struggling, teetering on the edge as the economy wobbles and fierce competition bites. Today, we're diving deep into the tales of once thriving grocery chains that are fading fast, closing their doors as they struggle to keep up with our changing times and the tough retail environment. Join us as we explore 10 big grocery stores that will be gone by 2024, unraveling the stories of how these beloved stores are becoming distant memories in our communities. 1. Chertsey, Harvey's Supermarket. In an unexpected turn of events, Southeastern Grocers, a powerhouse in the grocery industry, is making headlines by offloading several of its coveted brands amidst looming recession fears. Among the impacted, Harvey's Supermarket stands out, currently navigating through a wave of store closures sweeping across the sunny states of Florida, the Carolinas, and Georgia since the fateful month of August 2021. This iconic chain, a staple in the southern United States, is conducting massive closing sales in 30 locations, hinting at a dire future. With 23 stores already shuttered, the writing is on the wall for Harvey's Supermarket. Loyal customers and grocery enthusiasts alike are witnessing the gradual dimming of a retail giant as the current economic downturn takes its toll on consumer spending. If Harvey's holds a special place in your heart, there's no better time than now to relive the nostalgia and scoop up some deals before it potentially fades into the annals of grocery store history. 2. WindDixie. Once a giant in the grocery world, WindDixie now finds itself teetering on the brink of relevance. Post-bankruptcy in 2018, facing a mountain of debt, dwindling sales, and increasing pressure from suppliers, this grocery chain is in a dire struggle to stay afloat, with competitors like Publix and Walmart dominating the market. WindDixie is fighting an uphill battle to reclaim its former glory. In a bid to survive, it's cutting down its presence, closing stores, and parting ways with employees. The decision to end leases for underperforming locations and initiate a series of closures reflects a desperate attempt to streamline operations and revitalize sales. Yet industry experts remain skeptical about WindDixie's ability to survive in the long term, pointing to the necessity of stealing market share from the very competitors thriving at its expense. Analyst Andrew Wolf of BBT Capital Markets sums it up perfectly, highlighting the unprecedented challenge of rebounding in a market dominated by some of the toughest players. Will WindDixie manage to turn the tide, or will it become a relic? Only time will tell. Picture a brand once thriving at the heart of southern communities, now facing its toughest battles. In 2018, the alarm bells rang loudly for Bi-Lo as it filed for bankruptcy, a distress signal that led to a staggering 100 store closures. Unlike its larger sibling WindDixie or the niche magnet Freshmore, Bi-Lo struggled to carve out its own identity. Fast forward to 2020, and we saw a drastic move with the sale of nearly half its stores to its competitor Food Loss. But the saga didn't end there. In a somber announcement, on the 1st of September the next year, Bi-Lo confirmed the closure of 23 more grocery stores. Watching Bi-Lo's footprint diminish over these years paints a vivid picture of a once thriving giant struggling to stand tall. 4. King's Food Markets. In a dramatic twist of fate, King's Food Markets found itself at the mercy of economic pressures that ultimately led to its downfall. The store, once a cherished go-to for shoppers, succumbed to the relentless forces of market dynamics and financial strain. At the heart of its plight was its parent company, Bus Holdings, which grappled with mounting financial challenges. After enduring years of lackluster earnings, the grim specter of bankruptcy loomed large. The narrative of King's Food Markets is one marked by valiant efforts to steer the ship away from disaster. Attempting to mitigate a staggering $114 million debt, the company faced an uphill battle against rising labor costs and onerous pension obligations. This financial maelstrom forced KBUS Holdings into a corner, leading to the painful decision to sell off its flagship stores. Benjamin Jones, a noted authority in corporate restructuring from Ankara Consulting Group, paints a somber picture of KB's struggles. According to Jones, dwindling cash flows sparked a debt default crisis and put a screeching halt to any semblance of planned progress, including essential store renovations. In a final bid for survival, King's Food Markets managed to secure a $20 million bankruptcy loan from its lender. However, this move was but a temporary band-aid over a gaping fiscal wound. The overarching problem of long-term liquidity constraints remained an unsolved puzzle. This tale of economic hardship serves as a cautionary reminder of the vulnerability of grocery chains in an unpredictable market landscape. 5X. Fresh Time's unexpected exit. In a dramatic twist that caught many off guard, Fresh Time, known for its niche in the specialty grocery market, began closing its doors across several states before the world had even heard of the company's retreat started with a series of closures in Iowa and Wisconsin, sending ripples of concern through local communities dependent on its unique offerings. The situation took a more drastic turn recently when Fresh Time announced it was ceasing operations of its last standing beacons in Nebraska. Just a mere year after planting its roots there, J.J. Parkovich, the president and mastermind behind Retail Insights, shed light on the grim reality. The stores simply didn't measure up to the ambitious expectations set for them. In an economic climate that is already challenging for many, the closure of Fresh Time exemplifies a trend that could have far-reaching consequences for consumers, with every specialty chain that shuttered. Our reliance on giant retail corporations swells, exposing us to the whims of unpredictable price hikes and narrowing our choices. This wave of closures, including the potential shutdown of thousands of supermarkets in the near future, points toward a significant transformation in how we shop for groceries. The dissolving of Fresh Time marks not just the end of a store, but signals a broader shift in the grocery landscape. Consumers are left pondering the implications of these changes. What does this mean for the future of food shopping? The narrative of Fresh Time underscores a pivotal moment in retail history, reflecting the volatile nature of the market and the unpredictable forces shaping our daily lives. 6. Albertsons. In a world where the price of living is skyrocketing and dining out is becoming a luxury many can only seldom afford, you'd think that grocery stores would be thriving, right? Well, think again. Across the mighty expanses of the United States, food retailers are facing a storm like never before, with store closures and layoffs now part of the daily dialogue. Amidst this chaos stands Albertsons, a giant in the supermarket arena. Yet it finds itself walking on a tightrope over an abyss of financial uncertainty. Forbes brings to light a startling revelation about Albertsons being the only major supermarket tagged with a high risk of default. Last year, the company dropped a bombshell, admitting it might not be able to fulfill its pension obligations, impacting a staggering 50,000 supermarket workers in and around the Washington, D.C. area. This news sparked waves of concern and the looming specter of legal challenges over failing to meet its promises. All of this turmoil unfolded just as this titan, the parent to familiar names like Safeway and Acme supermarkets, was poised to leap into the public markets. Adding another layer to this saga, whispers of a merger began circulating, hinting at a potential union with Kroger, another behemoth grappling with its own set of challenges. Such a move could either be a masterstroke, bringing two struggling giants together to forge a path forward, or it could be akin to tying two sinking ships together, hoping they'll somehow float. The deal, shadowed in mystery and speculation, remains unsealed, leaving us hanging on the edge of our seats, wondering what the future holds for these once untouchable retail magnates. Will they weather the storm and emerge stronger, or are we witnessing the slow, painful decline of a once thriving industry giant? Only time will tell, but for now, Albertsons' tale serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of the retail ocean, where even the mightiest can find themselves adrift. 7 Earth Fair's unfortunate farewell. Picture it, just one short month before the entire world was gripped by the health crisis in 2020, Earth Fair, a beloved grocery store chain known for its commitment to healthy living, faced its own crisis of survival in a dramatic turn of events. On February 4th, Earth Fare announced its heartbreaking decision to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This shocking move led to the closure of all 50 of its stores across 10 states, leaving over 3,000 employees without jobs. There was a glimmer of hope when plans to resurrect some stores in a partnership with Whole Foods were announced. But alas, the dream of a comeback remains unfulfilled despite an injection of $78 million in a bid to breathe the new life into the struggling chain. Earth Fare's $138 million mountain of debt proved too steep to climb. Spokesperson Jennifer Mercer revealed the bitter truth. Earth Fare's revenue simply couldn't keep pace with its debt. This somber tale may indeed mark the end of Earth Fare's journey. Will we ever wander its aisles again? Only time will tell, but for now, it looks like we may have to say goodbye. 8. The Fall of Balduchi's. Imagine a grocery store that started with a dream in the heart of New York City in 1972, brought to life by the visionary couple, Nina and her husband. Balduchi's wasn't just another store on the block. It was a gourmet haven, a place where quality and specialty ruled. Fast forward to 2020, and the once pioneering Balduchi's, alongside its sibling King's Food Markets, faces a grim reality under the same corporate umbrella. The tale turns sorrowful as we see a giant struggling, grappling with the consequences of missed financial targets in 2018, leading to a cascade of defaults and missed interest payments. The tragedy is deepened with the loss of Nina Balduchi. With mounting debt and fierce competition, the question looms: will this be the end of an era for Balduchi's? 9. Safeway. Imagine walking into your local Safeway, only to find the shelves bare and the doors closing for good. Shocking, isn't it? Yet, this could soon be the reality for many, with Safeway operating under the umbrella of its parent company, Albertsons. It's caught in a storm of challenges that threaten its very survival, currently boasting 897 stores across the United States. Safeway is feeling the heat from devastating supply chain disruptions, unresolved labor disputes, and a worrying trend of declining sales, particularly in Washington state. The situation is so critical that a few stores have already shut their doors, and analysts are sounding the alarm that this could be just the beginning. If Albertsons fails to steer the ship away from these turbulent waters, we could see more Safeway stores disappearing from our neighborhood. Are we about to witness the end of an era for this beloved supermarket chain? 10. Best pay $10 the downward spiral. Picture this: one of America's most cherished discount grocery chains, Family Dollar, part of the Dollar Tree empire, is facing a crisis unlike any before. Imagine a scene right out of a slow-motion disaster movie. That's exactly what's been unraveling at Family Dollar since 2019. CNBC dropped the bombshell that not just a handful, but a staggering 390 Family Dollar stores were shuttered in a drastic move to salvage what's left of the sinking ship, a shocking pivot from the previous year's profit. The company disclosed a jaw-dropping loss of $2.31 billion in a single quarter. The plot thickened when an employee from Carruth, Maine, dramatically quit, accusing the company of poor treatment, and left behind a pink sign that became a symbol of defiance saying, "We quit. Bad company." But wait, there's more. Adding insult to injury, the year took a grimmer turn when Family Dollar faced a horrifying rodent infestation, forcing the closure of 404 stores. It's a tale of struggle, resilience, and unexpected challenges that have left customers and employees alike wondering, what's next? In wrapping up our exploration of the grocery retail landscape's challenges and upheavals, it's clear that the industry is at a crossroads. From Albertsons considering a merger with Kroger and Earth Fare's bankruptcy to the uncertain future of Balduchi's and the store closures plaguing both Safeway and Family Dollar. These stories highlight the relentless pace at which the retail world is evolving. What do you think the future holds for these retail giants? Are there strategies you believe these companies could employ to survive and thrive in this tumultuous market? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis insightful, Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to provide in-depth content on the trends that matter.